Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. You better come through 22. Happy New Year, everybody. It is your girl, Miss Honey, here for another power review. Y'all miss me? I know y'all miss me. You know how I know? Because I miss y'all. Okay? What we got going on is mutual. Okay? It's a mutual affection. Okay? Listen. Child, I couldn't wait for Power to come back on. I can't wait for our kind of people to come back on. I was drifting there a little bit. You know, I missed that last little episode. I seen it, but I missed it, but I seen it. I'm just waiting for something to happen, something to pop off, right? And there was a hiatus. So I'm back with just as much zeal as if it's the top of the season. Listen, I'm not playing no games with y'all. I'm not recapping. I'm just reviewing. By now, you have seen the episode. You have seen other people go through the episode and tell you what happened, and then. Right? I'm about to tell you what's really going on, though. I'm about to call a thing a thing. I'm about to tell you what Courtney Kemp had what Courtney Kemp is giving and had gave when she did not give anything. Okay? Because we're not, we're eating, but we're not getting full. We're eating, but we're not getting full. So let's go and talk about this. Now, y'all know this is season 2, Power Book 2, Ghost season 2, episode 6. What is free? Give us free. What is free? Okay. It don't mean nothing. It's just what they're going to be talking about in class. But class is really not class because guess what? Tariq is not there. Tariq is not there because Tariq is in jail, boo. Without the bail, okay? I sat there and about near died. I said, I know there is a Lord out there. I mean, Sullen. His daddy done sent him a letter that said, I knew you was going to end up in here, little ninja. And it cut like a knife, like, twist it, drag it down. Guts. Right? Tariq is broken. Huh? Okay. Maybe not broken. He's bending. He's not yet broken, but he is definitely bending. Okay? And he trusts no one. He trusts no one. Everybody can get it. He go to court, and when he get into court, ain't nobody there to support him. And the judge pointed out, I don't know how I even love you enough to show up for you in court. I was like, wait, now hold up. Then I was like, what kind of judge is this? And then I realized that the judge in Botham John, murder, killing, brutal killing, gave the lady a Bible. And then I thought about this, what's the little boy that carried the A17 AK-17 down the road, and the judge was like, he's a sweet kid. I was like, yeah, these judges do exist. It's like, what is you doing, judge? Shut up. Anywho, yeah, so he don't trust nobody. Don't nobody show up, and when he get back out, he finally does get out thanks to Tate and him finessing Tate. Tate really considers himself to be the finesser as a politician, but he really has let 19, 20-year-old something Tariq finesse him, right? Tariq promised him that he's gonna get him that book that's over at Brayden's house, the one that his daddy and his daddy friend, the congressman that Tate want to take his place. They got a college book. They got all their little dirty secrets in, like the one that's up there in the state house. What's his name? Is that's real drunk? Donovan something. He was drunk all the time, and they still put him up there in the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, which is a lifetime appointment. But I digress. So anywho, he wanted that book, and so he done finesse Tate to get Tate to pull some strings, to get him in front of an appellate judge, excuse me. And the appellate judge finally gives him bond. Okay. But everybody is acting like Tariq is guilty. Everybody is acting like Tariq is guilty and Tariq is in jail and Tariq is scum and Tariq is the low life. And a lot of that has to do with doggone Milgram. Milgram done did a 360, baby. A 360. Okay. Let's not jump ahead. Let's just be clear about what's going on here. Okay. First of all, Lorenzo is home. We saw that from the end of last episode. Lorenzo is home. Is it me or is he giving nothing? Is it me or is he like a wet noodle? Is it me or does he seem, I don't know, not that particularly threatening? Like, I know he's been in jail. Take some time to get your bearings and stuff like that. But like your dudes off the street not respecting you, your girl not respecting you, your home not respecting you. You talking about cooking empanadas and pollo loco. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you got a whole empire you're supposed to be running. Oh, but that's the point. You guys don't really have an empire. You guys do not really have a viable business. I don't know what you went to jail for, but it couldn't have been slanging a whole lot of drugs, because the last thing y'all doing is slanging a whole lot of drugs. You're just not. You're just not. This is the worst drug kingpin queen pin I've ever seen. Like, your whole family, like, you guys are all weak sauce. The Tejadas are weak sauce, just flat out. As a drug family, I don't know if that's how it's being written, but if you go back to Lobos, Queen of the South, Narcos, I mean, come on, drug families, especially from Latin American descent, you guys are notoriously ruthless, and all I'm getting is just like a bunch of double talk, like popping off, like, changing your minds and just like, where the guns at? What we doing? Why we not? What? I don't find them particularly threatening. Does anybody else find the Tejadas particularly threatening? I mean, I hear Monet out here threatening. She tells Tariq, "You shoot, I slaughter." Where, girl? You're just shooting random maintenance men and people that put the windows and stuff in because you think they sneezed in your safe. Like, I don't get it. Where's the threat, boo? You don't even know who Dante is, Monet. You don't even know. You think Dante is Dante from when y'all back in the day when y'all was on the boulevard. Like, no, girl. I don't know. Like I said, Lorenzo, he seems so out of place to me, and he comes across as soft. Definitely. Diana fantasizes about him, fantasizes who he is. I don't think she sees that he's particularly weak. I think Monet kind of sees it. Kane challenges him because he is clearly picking Drew over Kane. He wants Drew to be his number. Why? Why would you want Drew? I don't even, Drew got heart. Heart for what? Drawing? Sculpting? Penis? Come on. What do you mean you see it? What do you mean you see it? Meanwhile, Kane has been laying waste. If you can control Kane's mind, you can take the anger, the fury that is Kane, and shape his mind, and then you've got a formidable replacement for yourself. Drew, you're going to have to break him down and build him back up. And the minute The minute you turn your back, he gonna be down there in Stansfield, knocking on every door ever so softly. Talking about, you wanna play a game? You wanna play a game? You wanna play a game? You wanna sniff my navel? Okay. Weak sauce, right? Weak sauce picks weak sauce. Let's talk about Monet. Monet is between a rock and a hard place. Okay, she has zero love and respect for Lolo, right? Like, I think she loves him as the father of her children, but I don't think she respects him. One, because she's been on the grind, doing her own doggone thing for the last 10 years. And two, when she asks him for something that she really, really need, he is like, nah, he pulling the card on her. Plus, it looks like he's conspiring with Diana behind her back. He isn't, but to Monet, it looks like you making Diana your girl and I'm your girl. See how this gonna go? Okay, let's go ahead and talk. The irony of her partnering up with Kane against Lorenzo is ridiculous. I mean, she has slapped him across his snout. She has rubbed his face in his own ish. You know what I'm saying? Called him out his name. You know what I'm saying? Punked him. Now you want to partner up? You want to partner up because Drew is... he keeping Drew tight by his side, and he whispering in the corners with Diana. And so because he got Kane on the outside, you know what I'm saying, he making Kane look in from the backyard, through the screen door. You say, let me partner with Kane, even though I have treated him like no more than a redheaded stepchild myself. The irony. I'm just saying. She still has these delusions that she is somehow in charge. You know what I'm saying? In charge of Dante. You don't even know Dante. You have no idea what's up with Dante. You got a little taste of it when you tried to break up with him and tell him that you didn't want him seeing Zeke. And he was like, you ain't going to keep me from seeing Zeke. Either you tell him or I tell him. That was just a little glimpse. Now, I thought for sure he might bring out old sexy Chef Sushi on you. Because old sexy Chef Sushi don't play. Okay? He's hot. He's hot. And he is murderous. Okay? Somebody gonna get a little sexy Chef Sushi. And I can't wait to see who it is. Okay. Tariq has always kind of been a couple of steps ahead of her. And, if it wasn't for the fact that Kane is such a loose cannon, he would have Monet wrapped around his finger by now. But Kane has sort of impeded Tariq from really, really being able to finesse Monet like he want to finesse Monet. Or like he can finesse Monet. Okay, Diana. Diana has zero respect. There is no putting that cat back in the box, okay? When she see her mama, it's claws on sight. If somebody bring her mama name up, it's claws on sight, right? Like she just takes her claws and sticks it in her mama's name and drags her mama's name all over the place, okay? Her daddy said, Monet did a good job with the chicken. And she was like, speaking of chicken, daddy, I think mama's scared. I was like, pump your brakes, girl. You don't have your name on not now mortgage, not now lease, not now car note, not now bit of insurance. You in a queen's house, baby. You not the queen. This house got a queen. This castle got a queen, boo. This castle got a queen. She keeps bugging her mom about going to college. The minute her dad says, guess what? We're going to send you to college, a different college over in the Bronx. She was like, I don't want to go to that college. Do you want to go to college or no? St. John's? No. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Stansfield with Zeke and Tariq. Okay. Lovely brown skin Tariq. No, but her mama is like, send that bee as far away from my castle as possible, because she got too much of the yang yang and the yang yang yang, okay? She had to yoke her up by the throat, okay? Because Diana was giving her one of these. I was like, you ain't gonna, she said, before I kill you. I was like, oh, and she looked back like, I'm going to leave for a minute. She did leave for a minute and it came right on back, but you ain't putting that cat back in the bag. She has gotten a taste of disrespecting you. She got her daddy on her side. You are not going to get any respect from Diana ever again, okay? That ship has sailed. Drew will turn on Monet and this family for a dude, period. Not gonna make me believe otherwise. He is the number one liability. I have said it over and over and over again. His dad comes to him and asks him a simple question. He spills Monet's whole plan out at his daddy's feet. Okay, he has done this repeatedly. He got too much of this right here. First of all, he don't want to be a drug dealer. He don't want to be a drug dealer. He want to be an artist. And he want to live his life how he want to live his life. He wants to be openly gay and be an artist. Okay. You're never ever going to be able to put him in this box. He can't even pretend like it because he talk too much. He can't even be a pretend drug dealer. He talk too much. He tell too much. He got a couple of lucky swings where his thumb was in the right place and he didn't break his whole hand. This does not mean that this boy can really run in this life. I digress. And Lorenzo, of course, sees Monet as a housewife. She a ride or die housewife, but that's where he want to put her at. He gave her a couple of coins to go out on the Ave and go do some shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is like, I thought we was going to talk about this and be like a partnership. And he was like, you ain't no need for partnership. You shush. I know what I'm going to do. He done tried to pull the drugs out of Stansfield. We not doing that no more. Each one of you, Drew, Diana, Kane, I guess, and Monet, gonna get y'all own crew until we can get our own heads of the crews up. I'm like, what? First of all, what you saying don't even make any sense. You sitting at the head of the table and you talking real deep like this, but I'm still not getting leader from you. I'm still not feeling the leadership from you at all, sir. Not at all. First of all, you gonna send Diana off to school, send her off to school with a course correct out. You ain't thinking. You still trying to deal dope on the streets. Y'all ain't even got no crew. You talking about having a hiring fair, Lorenzo, to bring a crew in. Your children are your crew. And they splintered. They divided. Meanwhile, Zeke cannot play ball. The actor Zeke cannot play ball. When he was out there shooting that ball, I was like, what kind of third grade shooting and running around in a circle is this? Yeah, I'm just going to say, as far as Monet controlling Kane, I don't think Kane is ever going to forget how Monet and Lolo has made him feel. I don't think he's ever going to forget it. And even though he is the strongest, he's oftentimes the wrongest as well. But he is the strongest out of all of them, in my opinion. Kane is to me, comes across a lot stronger than even Lorenzo. I said it. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all put it down below. So Monet doesn't have control over anyone. And she quickly realizes that she's completely out of control, not just because Tariq said it, but because it is happening in front of her. As the family moves around to celebrate their dad being home, she sees that like everything is just kind of bleeding outside of the circle. What does she do? She goes and she takes it out on Everett. She told Everett to get his punk A out of her house. His talking punk A out of her house. I was like, finally someone says it. Everett must go, right? So then let's talk about Tariq, and then this is going to sort of wrap everyone else up in Tariq. Again, this is not a recap. This is just a review of how I see things going, the projection of how I see things going, right? Tariq, like I said, is in jail. He's sad and lonely. He gets no bail. Finally, thanks to Tate, he gets bail, but he also gets an ankle monitor. When he gets home, he talks to Lauren, and he was like, "Why weren't you there for me? Like, what's going on?" And like, she is stuttering, why you lying, dying, dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm going to see Joe and Maxwell and Anthony Hamilton in March for the most romantic show of the of a lifetime. Oh, yeah. You lying, you talk to me. Nah, nah, nah. Anyway, um, and she's just basically stuttering one because she got Milgram in her ear too. She feels like maybe that watch that she was wearing, the live wire, it may have something to do with. She don't want to tell him right off. Like, he's already pissed with the fact that you ain't came to see him. Like, you ain't been there for him. Like you supposed to be a rider. Now he coming down out of your brother's apartment, but at the same time saying you not there for him. Sis, you got to work this thing out. You need to come clean about this whole situation. But he don't beg her. He don't beg her. He tell her, bump you in the horse you rode in on. I see how it is. Alright, I see how you wanna be. Okay, I'm gonna get your key. Let me get my things and I'm finna bounce. Right? He gotta be either at that apartment, at school, or at the lawyer's office. He got the anklet on, right? Okay, and he run when he gets home, gets back to the dorm. He takes out both barrels and gives it to Brayden. He's just like, dude, didn't I tell you to stay away from Kane? Well, I didn't know. I was just, you wasn't telling me. You wasn't bringing me in on it because, first of all, let's be clear. Brayden is a sociopath. For someone who has seen and done as much as he's done, and it has not affected him, he is nary bit scared or afraid, considering he came from a white lily background. You know what I'm saying? That was Flower. He came from a white lily background. He's got to be a sociopath. He's got to be a sociopath. You dug up a whole decayed body. Like, and you still fine. Like, anyway, he lets him have it. And then, basically tells him, I'm done with you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. So Effie comes over. And then Effie, is the voice of reason. She's always kind of like Tariq. I still suspect her to be a narc, but then I suspect everybody of being a narc, the ops. You know what I'm saying? But bless her heart, did y'all see them two little tank tops she had on? They wasn't a tank. They was like sports bras. Oh, they was like a -0. They was so tiny and still. Oh, she precious. Bless her heart. But anyway. She got a good head on her shoulders. She telling, you need Brayden, okay? You need Monet, all right? You need to keep that going because in order for you to have the money to build your defense, you gonna need to slang this dope, okay? And I'm sure in the back of her mind, she realized that Tariq is her connect, so she need him to keep this dope coming, or she not gonna have no money, right? You gonna have to be back to doing credit card schemes. But still, I think she liked Tariq. And she also gave him a little pity sex, you home from jail sex. You know what I'm saying? He was down for it. I would like to see just at least one time him look like he gonna go in the drawer and get a condom. Like, I just feel like that's okay to show us that too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showing us everything else. Like, it's okay to show us condoms. Like, I saw, right? Anyway, but he's always done much better with Effie by his side. Like, Effie is, if she wants something from him, she's getting it on the DL. For the most part, she's not always there with her hand out. For the most part, she's always spitting stuff to make him better. To me, she's more like Tasha, in my opinion, than Diana. Everybody's like, Diana is like Tasha, right? To me, Effie's more like Tasha, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? She got a good head on her shoulders and she got a calm demeanor, right? Okay, so let's see. So she's the only one really holding him down. Episode 6 really is about Tariq confronting. He's confronting how he landed in this place. That was that whole melancholy piece when he was in jail. He's confronting his relationships. His relationship with Lauren. She's not by his side. She's not looking out for him. His relationship with Brayden. He doesn't think Brayden is willfully disloyal. He thinks he's just dumb. He's stupid. And it causes him to do disloyal things. Effie had a good point. You're not bringing people that you really care about that need to have your back in the loop. You're not bringing them in the loop. Okay. And because you're not bringing them in the loop, they out here making stupid decisions. I've said it a million times before. All the secrets are the downfall. Queen Sugar, Original Power, season 1 of this. Same thing with Kanan, Raising Kanan. These secrets that you keep is what's making things worse, right? So Effie has a good point. And then he has to do some confronting in regards to the Tajadas. He knows now that Kane was the one that planted it. He knows that one of the reasons why Kane is moving the way he's moving is because Monet is telling him he needs to do what he has to do to get, the spotlight off of their family and Zeke. Okay? And he tells her that. And so in his mind, he's thinking about how he can outsmart the Tajadas, how he can beat this Kate, outsmart the Tajadas, and come out on top. So he has to confront those relationships as well. Now, what he does is he puts Effie as the buffer. You want to get me drugs and you want me to convert those drugs. I'm going to show you how to run a crew. Effie's going to be transportation. My boy over here is going to do all distribution. Right? And he kind of puts it out there for Monet. Monet can't do anything but respect it, right? And she tries to push back on Effie. Effie's like, look, we can make money together, you and I can make less apart. What you want to do? I was like, you got these kids showing you the game, Monet. Showing you the game. You've been in the game since 88, boo. What you doing? And he's got the Yaz situation he's got to confront. Yaz is back in the system. It's breaking his heart. He thinks she's upset with him. What you need to be focused on is getting your mama back. But he ain't nowhere near confronting school. School's off the table. We're not talking about school no more. His dad. He feels like his dad knew him. He knew me all along. If you say your dad didn't know Jack, he don't know you. Okay? He don't know nothing about you. Right? She got his back. She is the writer. Tariq's got some major problems though, with everything that he's confronting. And I think in this episode, he did a good job confronting these things, and being humble and being flexible. When Effie got in his ear about Brayden and the Tajadas, he moved smartly about it. He wasn't pig-headed. He wasn't bullheaded at all. He was like, what you write, let me move a little bit differently. It's okay that I don't like them. I'm upset with them. I don't trust them. Fully. I just need to keep my eye on them, but I need to keep using them, right? His major problem is doggone Davis and Stacks. I don't know how they're still allowed to work on his cases, considering they cohorted, cahoots. I don't know. They worked together against Tariq last season, right? Tariq should have got his money back. Davis should be disbarred, and so should Stacks. But still, they're working together. Stacks supposed to be working on Davis' brother case, but every time he meet with Tariq, even in the smallest way, Stacks is there. I don't know. People say that 2-Bit is Courtney Kemp's boyfriend. The actor who played 2-Bit. I'm starting to think it's the actor who plays Stacks. I'm just saying. I'm starting to think it's the actor who plays Stacks. He's in a lot of scenes, right? And Tariq shouldn't even remotely be talking around this dude. He sent his niece in and cloned his phone. I would tell Davis, if you want to work on my case, Stacks is a no-go. You can work with Stacks behind the scenes, but me as far as him being in my meetings, him being in my court, like, I digress. It's nonsensical. It's nonsensical for Stacks to be around. Stacks should be disbarred. It was proven in court that they were working together. So, okay. It's fine, whatever. Yeah. But they know where Tasha is. He's like, have you found my mom? This is Tariq. And Davis is like, no, not yet. They moved her again. But when he talked to Stacks, Stacks was like, she in Mexico and she wanted to talk to Tariq. He was like, nah. Davis said, nah, don't let him talk to Tariq because she might tell him to run and then there goes our money. Tariq, you gonna have to kill these ninjas. I don't see no way around it. I mean, I got a whole kill list for you. Okay. Milgram is another major problem, right? She has done like a 360, right? He tells Lauren when they're arguing about the fact that she's not there for him. He tells her that Milgram, she was like, Professor Milgram was trying. Milgram who's screwing Z? Milgram who got a sex addiction? Milgram. That's Soulja Boy. Drake. Milgram who's screwing Zeke? Huh? Milgram who got a sex addiction? Huh? Milgram who done slept with everybody from here to Tucson? Right? So when Lauren goes and confronts Milgram about her treachery, this is how much Milgram has turned, like made a 360 turn from like this doe-eyed, loving, caring, sit on mama's lap. Let me make you happy, Tariq. Let me make you happy. She's gone from that to he's a ruthless, cold-blooded murderer. When Lauren confronts her, I was so glad they wasn't at the top of the steps because when Lauren was like, you're not going to get away with this. And I know you were sleeping with Zeke. I thought she was going to push Lauren down. I said to myself, the way she walked up on her, I said, if they were standing at the top of the steps, she would have pushed Lauren down them steps. Okay, the way she was dragging him last episode when they was in the school, in the classroom, and then this episode in the classroom, the way she dragging his good name without nary a guilty plea. But you wasn't dragging Zeke. Oh, they done did a 360. Milgram can get it. Okay, he got bills to pay. That's a major problem. 2-Bit. He brought 2-Bit up. 2-Bit's coming back. Y'all remember 2-Bit was in the pool scene. He talks about it with Brayden when he finally comes clean to Brayden about everything that's going on. And he literally comes clean. He also tells Effie that he the one that killed old boy. Okay. And I was like, oh, it's 2 people that know. It's 3 people that know. Kane, Brayden, and now Effie. Okay? They gonna have to be your crew. Because they know where the body's buried. Right? Just saying. 2-Bit's coming back because he brought 2-Bit up. And that ankle bracelet. That ankle bracelet is definitely a major problem. Like I said, Lauren has been controlled by Milgram. She's working hard. She goes to the DA that Stacks is talking to. Stacks comes in and overhears the conversation about how she done signed paperwork and wore a wire and all of this stuff against Tariq. And she trying to get out of it because she don't want to testify against Tariq. And the DA was like, you need to read the fine print. You a college student. I was like, I tried to tell you, miss. I tried to tell you. Like I said, Brayden is a sociopath. It's not, you're not gonna make me believe that a white boy who is down for all of this treachery and not even in the slightest bit is afraid is not a sociopath. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Y'all definitely put that down below. Davis and Stacks keeping Tasha's whereabouts from Tariq. Just like I said, Stacks is actively working against Tariq for his own personal agenda. But it's not Davis and Stack's fault. It's really Tariq's fault. You act like they the only lawyer in the city. Yeah, he low down. He no good. But still, I mean, it's a ton of no good lawyers. Come on. We're going to see old girl with the good wig come back next week anyway. Tate and the book. He told Brayden what he needed to be successful. Number one, I need to get that book out of your mom and them house. I need to use it. He didn't tell him why he needed to use it, but he's going to give it to Tate. Hopefully he does not give Tate the whole book. Hopefully he gives him a page at a time, because if he can Tate the whole book, it's a wrap. He has no leverage. He just has no leverage. He needs to use Tate for all he can to get Yaz back into his custody. He really need to use Tate to find out where his mama is, because he can't trust ish that come out of Davis and Stack's mouth. Period. I just want to see Tariq move better. I just want to see him smarten up. I think some of this treachery that he's experiencing is going to help build that, sharpen that in him. I'd like us to bring a bona fide, ruthless family, drug family in here that Tariq can learn from. I'd like for him to get a strong mentor. I mean, Kanan had his ways, but Kanan was a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Kanan taught him a lot. As a matter of fact, all his flashbacks is Kanan dropping wisdom. Kanan trying to get him to see, who the real players are, who, what's really going on. It's not his dad that he's flashing back to, right? And we need a formidable foe. What are the Tejadas? The Tejadas next door. You know what I'm saying? They're the Empanada family. You know what I'm saying? The Quinceañera family. That's it. That's all. These ain't ruthless. They got a son that's a little touched in the head and he could be a little violent, but other than that, these Tejadas are not a threat. I'm just saying. Did y'all see old Fat Z? He looked too old for college. He looked too old for basketball. He can barely get his fat butt off the ground. When are we going to be done away with this whole Zeke situation? That's it. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all put it down below. Listen, we're back. And until next time, honeybees, I holla.